evening, everyone.
Hi, good evening.
Good
Good evening.
evening.
Okay, we are here to discuss the important aspect to consider when shopping. Shopping is a part of our daily life, so it is important to make a decision. At the end of our discussion, we will decide the most important aspects. To start us off, Nor, what do you think about the relationship between wants and needs?
Okay, thank you, Asma. Uh, in my point of view, wants versus needs is the first step because uh, it prevents impulse buying. If we don't distinguish between the two, we end up with items that have no real value to our daily life.
No. Can you elaborate more about your point?
Okay, okay, sure. For example, sometimes we see a new gadget online and think we need it, but in reality, uh, the thing's just something we want because it's trendy, just like iPhone 17 Pro Max lah. Many people want it because it's trendy, right? Hmm. So, by distinguishing between wants and needs, we can focus on items that actually improve our daily life, like groceries, uh, school supplies, or clothes we really need. This also helps us avoid wasting money on things that don't matter in the long run.
I totally agree. Identifying a need is crucial because it sets a clear purpose for our shopping trip and prevent us from being distracted by flashy advertisement. Building on that point, I would like to talk about the budget. Uh, Once we know what we need, the budget tells us how much we can spend. I think we all can relate to this. Sometimes we want to buy the latest branded sneakers because they look cool. But with a budget, uh, we realize that a simple and comfortable pair is enough for us to wear to class every day. This way, we can manage our money wisely and ensure that we don't spend more than we have. What do you think, Damia? Do you agree with me?
That is a very good point, Nora. I agree that having a budget is vital because it helps us control our spending and prevents financial stress or debt in the future. Since we are talking about money, I would like to add another point, which is comparing prices. I believe this is essential because the market today is very competitive, especially with online shopping platforms. For example, the same product can be sold at different prices. For example, on TikTok Shop and Shopee. Sometimes TikTok shops offer vouchers or free shipping, while Shopee may have flash sales or cashback deals. By comparing prices between these platforms, we can choose the best deals and save a significant amount of money. Therefore, comparing prices helps us spend wisely and get better value for our money.
Sorry, Damia, can I add something?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Uh, Comparing price also help us avoid being cheated online. Sometimes uh, I think the price is low, but the delivery fee is very expensive.
Yes, that's true. Hidden costs like delivery fees are important to check also.
I am on the same page as Damia because comparing prices is a smart and practical way to maximize the value of our money and make wiser financial decision. When consumer take the time to compare prices from different sellers, they gain a better understanding of the true market value of a product and avoid spending more than necessary. This habit helps prevent impulse buying and encourage careful planning, which is especially important in a market field with constant promotion and advertisement. By comparing prices, we can also find discount or better deal that allow us to save money while still meeting our needs. However, price alone should not be the only factor in making a purchase, as knowing the product is just as important. Finding the cheapest option is useless if the product is poorly made or lack durability. Researching product feature, quality, and customer review ensure that we buy something reliable and long-lasting. A well-informed purchase balance affordability and quality, leading to greater satisfaction and better long-term value.
I agree with you, Vero. Knowing the product is important because it helps us to avoid the hidden costs of frequent repairs. Lastly, let's look at the shopping list. I believe this tool is useful because it keeps us organized. Moreover, it helps us to stick to the needs that Nadra mentioned earlier and prevents us from buying things not on the list.
Now that we have shared our views, we need to choose the most important one. I really think it is the budget. Like I said before, it is the most important thing to check. If we don't have enough money, we cannot buy anything, even if we really need it.
I see your point, Najra. But before we decide about comparing prices, don't you think saving money by finding the cheapest price is also very important for students like us? That's true, Asma. Comparing prices helps us save, but I think I agree with Nadra. Even if we find a cheaper price, we still need to have a budget first to know if we can afford that price. The budget is our primary limit.
Uh, I agree with Damia and Nadra. The budget is the most important factor because it decides whether we can actually buy something or not. Uh, Even if an item is very useful or something we really want, we cannot get it if we do not have enough money. This makes the budget a clear limit that we must always think about first. And having a budget also help us spend our money uh, in a careful and responsible way. It reminds us to think before buying and to choose our needs over our wants. When we know how much money we have, mm, we are less likely to buy things without thinking and then regret it later. A budget also helps us save money for future needs or emergencies, which is very important. Besides that, uh, the budget makes group decisions easier and more realistic. Everyone can understand what is possible and what is not. So, there will be fewer arguments or unrealistic ideas. So in the end, the budget is not only about stopping us from spending too much, but also about helping us make smart choices and use our money wisely. Does everyone else feels the same way?
Oh, I see. And now I understand why many of you think the budget is the most important aspect. But I slightly disagree. I believe that distinguishing between wants and needs should come first. Even with a budget, if we don't know what we truly need, we may still spend our money on unnecessary items. Knowing our needs help us make better decisions before setting a budget.
Oh, uh, now I agree with VEIRO to some extent. For me, identifying needs is just as important as the budget. If we clearly understand our needs, uh, I think we can plan our spending more effectively and avoid wasting money, even if our budget is limited.
I understand your point. I understand your point, Vero and Nor, and I agree that identifying wants and needs is important. However, when we clearly know our needs, the budget still play a bigger role. Without a budget, we may know what we need but still be unable to buy it. Therefore, the budget helps turn our needs into realistic choice.
That's true. Knowing our needs help guide our shopping, but the budget set the boundary. For students like us, financial limits are very real. So while wants and needs help us plan, the budget determines what we can actually afford in the end.
Those are valid points from both sides. You can see that wants and needs guide our decision, but the budget controls them. That's why the majority of us agree that the budget is the most important aspect when shopping.
So we are in agreement that the budget is the most vital aspect.
Yes,
Yes,
we
I agree.
Yes, we
yes, I agree.
agree.
So now let's we have reached a decision. Comparing prices are helpful, but the budget is the most important part. This is because it is limit for how much we can spend our money. I completely agree, Asma. A budget is the most practical tool for everyone because it helps us spend our money wisely. When we stick to a budget, we can avoid debt and make sure we only buy what we can actually afford. Excellent. So, in conclusion, the budget is our final choice. This is because a budget controls our spending and affects all other aspects. With a proper budget, we can differentiate wants and needs, compare prices, and shop wisely. Okay, that's all. Thank you everyone for your ideas. Bye bye.
Okay,
Welcome.
bye.
Welcome. Bye.
Welcome.